Hey everybody, Enigma Topics here. Wanted to just share a quick little story or tidbit, or ask a question, if you will. And, if anybody wants to join the conversation, just leave a comment below or send me a message and we'll see where it takes us. So, hypothetically, I can get on a plane and fly anywhere in the world for 5 cents, and I can do it. I can travel anywhere in 1 minute. Now, immediately, it sounds absurd because people have an understanding of physics and flight, and you can't, transport yourself that way. I've flown on a plane before, I fixed planes, so on and so forth. But if you could live in the thought for a moment, hyperbole, I guess. If you had a cheaper flight to where you wanted to go and it got you there faster, you would take it. Same can be said about a phone call, about the internet, about any kind of service or any kind of product that you buy. If you can find the thing that you want for cheaper and the quality is nicer, there's a lot of variables here, but just stay with me on the basics. The thing that you normally get, but you see it somewhere else, cheaper, nicer, better, blah, blah, blah. However metric you want to do it, that's how it shapes out. What stops you from using the nicer milk, the organic milk that is cheaper? So I say organic milk, nicer milk. These are just topic. We're just talking. No opinions here. But if the cost, if you get to the store, you go to get your product, and you go, oh my gosh, organic milk. I've heard good things about organic milk. Organic milk's $1, and regular milk they normally buy 2%, whatever, is $5. Just through the old vote with your dollars or whatever, through attrition, most everybody will just eventually steer to the dollar milk, just on price alone. Now, it's a benefit if the price, and this, again, I sound absurd saying this stuff, but just please give me this latitude. It's a benefit when the price just painfully or plainly in sight, the quality's there. So you're walking down the shelves, the halls of the store. You look in the shelves. There's a packet of donuts. You normally you want a packet of donuts, $3.99, $4.99, $5.99, whatever it is. The price we're conditioned to get used to. You look over and you see 59 cents, and it's like 59 cents for a 6-pack of donuts. Let me look at it. So it looks like there's a crazy disparity between price and value. Another way, or the best way that I've heard articulated, is I have a Lamborghini. I parked the Lamborghini in your house. You have 1 hour to get me $5,000 cash in my hand in $100 bills, and you can have this Lamborghini. Now, there's a ginormous disparity for what most everybody understands a Lamborghini is worth. Even a kit car's $10K for the kit, and they're usually done on a 20 plus whatever $1,000 car. So you have a $20,000 or $30,000 car, but the Lamborghini is 200,000, 250,000, whatever. So somebody shows up and says, "Give me 5K for this 250,000 right now." So it's painfully obvious the divide, the delta between perceived manufacturing cost or price, typically accessed public price, and its market value slash price. Now, again, if you're still with me, I thank you so much. I applaud you. Not many people can do that. They can put up with me this long. It's just that if you're still with me, still here, and you're not having to put up with me, and it's making sense, then good. I don't know it enough to make sense all the time, but I know it enough to make some sense of it now. The thing that you want, the flight around the world, if it's available at an exponentially cheaper price, everyone will use it. And what you have in between the moment where there's the plane, there's the Concorde that flies, it closes the gap from the West Coast to London in 3 hours or whatever. Don't quote me on these times. It did West Coast to East Coast in an hour. I know the SR-71 did that, but of course that's not retail or public transportation. Anyway, I digress. The point of it all is not that often can most people see the difference in price and manufacturing cost or actually real value. There's just this value that is a colloquial thing that gets married to the price, but price is made up. All price is made up. It's just part of business, it's part of life, but it's a huge difference between the cost of something and not even just materials. It's not even just materials. It's way more complex in the economics of all economy and how it connects. It's easy for a lot of people to understand their own balance, their own habits, spending more or less than they make, and this and that. But if you're a country or a corporation, you have endless spending power with no, listen to me, no ramifications for fraud, waste, and abuse. I say this from an employee of the government for many, many, many years and understand what fraud, waste, and abuse is and what it requires to manage millions or billions in assets and personnel. And so then it's embarrassing and sad, and I have a cynical side. It's not really cynical, but it comes across and sounds that way sometimes. When you see corporations too big to fail, which is just the government with a brand name on it, that's all it is. Especially when you know enough about the government. There's people have plenty of different opinions, and I welcome them all. Mine is simply just my own opinion, of course, too. And none of it is financial advice or financial, advice. Yeah, none of it is. It's just seeing something completely different and new to everybody on every layer. It's mind-blowing. So trying to figure out different ways to express it. Because you can say you see a better egg. Oh, I've got a better egg. Well, what do you mean it's an egg? It's a better egg. It pops out of the chicken, right? There's a person on one side of the planet that says they've got a better egg, and it's an organic egg, and that their price for that egg is 1 penny. Then you have the added cost of how to get to the 1 penny egg or get the 1 penny egg to you. And what is the cost to close the gap or the delta, again, from where the seller is with the product and the customer. So where's the market? Where's the point of sale? These are all very, very technical and silly names and things that people dismiss all the time very easily. I just bought a coffee. Yeah, but you bought a coffee by registering a trade, and at grand scale there's tariffs and trade, there's tax, there's all these different things. And this stuff is so silly and complex that, and many of you right now, if you're still with me, because I usually try to kill these by 10, it seemed to be in the initial long form content, I should make 10-minute videos for commercials for them. So here we are. Commercials, everybody, somewhere in there. Hopefully you do like I do and just pay ahead of time a fixed commercial fee. Get that crap out of my face. Anyway, we're going to put a pin in it, but the egg is the egg is the egg. The yolk is the money inside. The commodity is the ability to manage the manufacturing of the yolk inside and the distribution to the customers. If you get pre-sales and contracts to the customers, you can actually pay for the labor from eggs that have never even been hatched, so don't count your eggs before they've been hatched. Pay all the workers and all the shippers and all the trucks and all the boxes and all the shapes of all the things and insure it all and la 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 la. And then you can just play with the profit every single day. In some ways, they're called fiduciaries, especially if they have and manage a lot of the funds. And pardon me if it's going past, and I'm going to try to dial it in real fast. But the cohabitation of funds and the too big to fail and all that is a bunch of mumbo BS. If they fix the money, there'd never be any of these problems. It's them that broke the money. It's them that are about to fix it. And it can't come fast enough, because when it's backed by a commodity, they can't mess it up as fast. That's called hard money. Called good money. All right, that's enough for today. Peace, everyone. 1111. It's my number. So we'll get there, and I'll see you again just after. Take care.